Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Today is Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. That's right. Today is Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. And what's credible is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most out of this incredible day. This incredible day. And it really is an incredible day. I mean, this morning, boom, alarm clock. I actually woke up about an hour before my alarm clock, a little over an hour and 15 minutes. And I was like, man, I kind of hate doing that because I'm in between sleep cycles. And it's like, do I go back to sleep for, an hour and 15 minutes or do I stay awake? And I'm like, man, I ain't staying awake. I'm going back to bed for an hour and 15. So put in another hour 15. And bam, alarm clock goes off, 4:25. Boom, I wake up, get straight up, grab my water, which I should have brought in here. Grab my water, drink it. My wife's, she's moving around. I'm hoping she goes back to bed. She's just been getting up earlier and earlier lately as she's coming around. She's stepping into a new level of herself that's just absolutely incredible. So she's been getting up earlier and earlier. But hopefully she got back to bed. So my wife's moving around. I come upstairs. I throw the headphones on. I'm feeling the music this morning. There's a bunch of notifications and stuff on my phone. I ignore all that. Boom. Go right to the tunes, gratitude list, goals, some fire things on my gratitude this morning. It was just, some days you just go through the motions, other days you feel it, right? Some days you go through the motions because we're just accept that that's the process. Other days we're like in it. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm in it. I'm writing down my gratitude. I'm writing down my goals, and I'm like, boom. Let's go. And then, I write down good morning. It's time to write the show. And I'm excited to come join you guys on the show. And I start writing. And then I had this thought, just imagine. For a minute, I want you to just imagine that you yesterday, let's pretend like yesterday you just had a really rough day. All right. Just imagine that the kids, you got kids. I know some of you don't have kids, but imagine you got kids. Imagine you got like 7 of them. But imagine you got kids, and they're just screaming at you, and they're not getting along, and they're fighting, and they're destroying everything in the house. And you just cleaned up that one room, and then they poured popcorn and broke it all up. They decided to have a little popcorn dance on the carpet, and they broke everything. Just imagine that was the day you had yesterday. And just imagine that your spouse got really upset with you. You guys got into an argument over something silly. It was over a bill that you thought you had paid. And you got into this financial argument about who does what around the house and why you guys are always having to worry about money. And then that same day, yesterday, you had an idiot coworker of yours that got promoted. You were supposed to get the promotion. You were supposed to get it. You had deserved it. You had earned it. You'd been there longer. But yet this young punk came in, and he's the owner's cousin's uncle's brother. And so they gave him the promotion. You didn't get the promotion, even though you deserved it. And here you are, now you're fighting with your spouse over money, which you could have had the money if you would have got the promotion. Just imagine that this was you yesterday. Now, just imagine in the middle of all this yesterday, while you were at the light, the person in front of you wasn't paying attention, and they tried to back up because they had crossed over the crosswalk line, and you couldn't back up because there was a car behind you, and they backed right into you. They just backed right into your front bumper, and they smashed up your car, and you knew that was going to make your insurance rates go up, and that happened on top of yesterday, on top of the financial stress, on top of everything else. And just imagine that you're this was a really rough day. So yesterday also your grandmother passed away yesterday. That you had found that out yesterday morning before you even went into work to find out about the promotion that you didn't get to before you had the argument with your spouse, before your car got backed into, before all of those things happened. Your grandma had passed away yesterday morning, and you had kind of felt sick all day, like you just kind of had this nauseous feeling in your stomach, and you had a bit of a headache all day long, and there really wasn't anything you could happen about it. And then to top it all off, yesterday, on this day where your grandma died, and poor grandma, and your car got backed into, and the guy got the promotion over you that wasn't supposed to get it, and you were arguing about your spouse, about the finances, and the kids were just screaming, and you were having a really rough day, and your car had gotten backed into, and you were feeling sick. And then on top of all that, just imagine your dog died. That's a rough day, right? That's a rough day, but that was yesterday. Now just imagine you had that day yesterday, and then today you woke up this morning and you pressed the snooze button like 4 times. You pressed it 4 times, and then you rolled out of bed and you ran around in a rush to get ready, and you jumped on and you started checking all of your emails and your text messages, and the first thing that you saw in one of the emails was from your boss, and they were talking about how your numbers are kind of low, your performance has gone down about 20%, and then you got some spam where there was some beautiful people, right? There were some beautiful people in the spam, and they're like, oh, like, you know, they don't work. It's like a piece of mail that says, hey, look like me and travel around the beautiful world, and you never have to work again in day in your life because life is just easy, and you can drink Coronas, and we don't have to have a job or do anything or go to the bathroom or nothing. We just get to live this beautiful life. So you got that spam in your email, and then you also got like 2 alerts in your email. You got 2 alerts from Google or whatever saying that your business that you work for, that you're in charge of the reviews and the customer service areas. You got some reviews that your customers got. You know, they gave you some bad reviews on Google. So you got those alerts and some Facebook alert. You got those. Then you also got a text from like your ex, who you thought was long out of your life. You haven't even talked to him in like years, but you got a text from your ex. They're bringing up, and they're still doing some of that old game stuff that you used to play. And then you also got a text from, like, you found out that your second cousin on your mom's uncle's brother's side, he passed away in a car accident last night. Like, what the heck? And then you got a text from Verizon saying that you have a bill that is past due. So you got that text. So then you flip through your email, you flip through that, and you're starting to get ready in the morning, and you flip through your social media as you're starting to get ready, and in your social media you see death, you see videos of people fighting on the subway, and you hear about some political stuff. There's things going on, and there's government shutdowns, and martial law and states of emergency are being declared, and there's immigrants that are trying to get in, and they're being held up at the border, and babies are being ripped out of their mother's arms as they scream, and you see all of this stuff in social media, and you keep flipping through, and there's a naked girl. Yep, there's a girl in a tiny little bikini thong thing, and of course she's bouncing around, and she's beautiful, and she's got her Corona, and she's just living this incredible. And you keep flipping, and then you have a friend who's announcing that they're clearing out friends. You know what I mean? Like you've got that friend, they're like, hey, I'm clearing out friends today. And so, if you want to stay on my friends list because you and I have been tight for a really long time, but I just want to make sure that, my list is just purely my friends. So if you don't respond, I'm just letting you know I'm going to clear out my friends today, right? Anybody ever see those? And then you got some dude who's like walking around, he's got his phone, he's like, hey, yeah, this is me, man, this is my Lambo. I got like 37 houses all over the country, and this is amazing. And so once you get done with that, you like jump in the car and you're running late and you're like racing to work because you've been flipping through social media, and then you'd gotten all the news and you were kind of drudging. You didn't want to go to work because the dude got the promotion anyway. Yesterday was such a horrible day. And so then you pull in late and you show up to work late and you get yelled at as soon as you get there by your boss because you're late, and you're always late, you're consistently late, and they're tired of being you late, and so they yell at you, and you start your day that way, and then you are expected to win. Just imagine. Now, what I want you to understand is that story that I just told you, it's not real, but it is. Because that's exactly what the day looks like for 80%. 80% of Americans, that's what their day looks like. It's exactly what it looks like. They start their day that same way every day, running late, rushing out of bed, jumping into social media, jumping into email, jumping into their text, getting pulled in a million different directions, running in late at the last minute. That is exactly how they start their day every single day. 80% of Americans. But I'm here to tell you this morning, it's not their fault. Because no one has taught them any different. No one has told them that there's a better way. They don't know any better. They literally lack the knowledge that the way they are starting their day is creating an insane life for them. An absolutely insane life for them. They don't know that. And though it's not an excuse, it's simply true. You don't know what you don't know. And I want to talk about that a little bit here this morning. But first, let's dance. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You see, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, I truly believe it. If we could change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. If we could change the way that the 80% of the people in America, if we could change the way 80% of people in America start their day, it would make a massive impact. I'm telling you, 80%. And that can happen by you hitting that share button. Isn't that crazy? This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, please say what's up. I'll holler back at you. How you doing, Liza Myers? Liza Borges Myers? Liza Myers Borges. I always get it. You and Aaron Hunt Ferguson. Aaron Ferguson Hunt. Man, you powerful women and your three names. Good morning to both of you. How you doing, Cindy Conley? There's another one. I missed the last part. How you doing, Vicki Everett? Leanne Ryan-Smith? How you doing, B.G. Campbell? Tom DeLolio? What's up, Janelle Griego? Sandra Benstock? Anthony Santangelo? What's up, Don Sankey? How are you, sir? What's up, Casey Rossiter? And how you doing, Kurt Allen McFarland? I hope you're doing well. What's up, Gail B. Kraft? How you doing, Amy Bach? Trendy Trend is up in here. Eddie Gilbert, Cece Cotes Eberly, another three names. Sandra Benstock DeLolio, three names. What's up, Lindsay I, Jesse Miller? Everybody's up in here this morning. She said you can just go with Liza. I must continue to blow it. What's up, Joshua Stifler, Jeff Baker, Scott Wells? How are you, sir? Fidel Hernandez, how are you, sir? What's up, Lucas Myers is up in here, and Kagan Sharp. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. You guys ready? You guys ready for a great day? I'm ready for a great day. All right, how do I clear this up? Let's see. I'm all up in my feels right now because I truly believe this stuff, man. It's so powerful. It's so important. I'm all up in my feels. Listen, yesterday my wife called me. Yesterday, my wife called me, and Savannah, they did like a video call, and she turns the phone, and my daughter is just pouring tears. I mean, she's so upset. Apparently, her and her mom had been arguing for I don't know how long about Savannah having to take her medicine. Savannah is the worst at taking her medicine. She just can't stand it. It's just not her dig. But she came home the other day, and she has like red bumps all over her entire body. It like looks like chicken pox, but it's not chicken pox, and so she has to take this medicine. She's refusing to take the medicine, so my wife calls me, tells me to tell her to take the medicine. I try talking her down off the ledge, but she's so upset. I'm like, honey, grab a spoonful of sugar, do something to get her to take the medicine. So she has to take this medicine like 2-3 times a day or something like that. So when I was home last night, I knew the medicine thing was coming. It was time for her to take her medicine again, and she was starting to go right back into that same mode where she was going to cry and she was going to get upset like she had done earlier in the afternoon. And so I was like, okay, hold on. What do I know about Savannah? Okay, well, I know Savannah has the same personality type as me. She's a flamingo. She likes to do presentations. She always is doing, okay, everybody have a seat. We're going to have a fashion show. Everybody have a seat. We're going to do dance routines. And she works with the other kids and they do dance routines. And so I have this knowledge of my daughter's personality. I understand it because I understand DISC assessments, personality assessments, so on and so forth. So I'm having knowledge of my daughter, knowing how my daughter is. I thought, how can I get her to take this medicine without it being this epic ordeal? And here's what I came up with.
Booty bump, booty bump. Oh, wow, what?
Bubble wrap.
And
Oops. Mom, can I take it out?
booty bump, blah, blah, blah. What? Oh, wait, that's it first.
Bubble wrap.
What?
And that's how we did it. So I let Savannah create a dance routine that she got to do with her dad that included her taking the medicine as like part of the dance routine. And she got to go blah, 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 right? Because she loved to do that. She's a performer. She's a dancer. And so by creating the routine and mixing the medicine in there, we were able to get it done, and there was no tears, there was no argument, there was no fight. But see, it was knowledge that helped me win. It wasn't that I'm a cool, being a cool dad or wasn't dancing or anything like that. It was my knowledge of my daughter's personality that was able to get, just knowing what was going to work with her. I was able to avoid that. See. Yesterday, I want to dive into this a little bit further here. Let me go into the screen share. I was talking with Eric Thomas and was recording, and we were doing some video. I want you to listen to something real quick that he shared with me that I found really interesting. Now let's go back real quick in time. I'm going to go back in time. Yeah. I was watching YouTube, and this was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. It was a long time ago. And I came across this video, and there was this dude like grabbing some high school or college kid's head and pushing it in and talking about when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. And I was like, what is this? And I remember that particular video being transformational in my life. Now, can I say that I just picked up on everything right that second? Heck no, I had to make some changes. But it was a spark. And this week in the Goalkeepers, that's what we're talking about, wanting to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. So I was hoping maybe you could share that story with maybe somebody that hasn't heard it before, that's here in the Goalkeepers, and maybe talk to us a little bit more about what that means.
Yeah, so let me tell you guys, read. Okay, when I did that story that night, I don't know where it came from, but I know it came from a book. That's what I can tell you. I didn't make that up. Like people look at, oh, E, what a story. I didn't make the story up. I read the story in one of the classics, right? Probably was Think and Grow Rich by Dennis Kimbrough, the Black choice version. I don't know where that came from. Probably came from that. But I'm telling you, read, because what will happen in life is what will come out is what came in, right? So that's the most important part. Listen to this, take notes, Get this in. Like, for some of you, do me a huge favor. Stop watching this live. I want you to put this in your ear when you go to sleep. Get this stuff in your subconscious. Like, don't even just get it in your conscious. Go to bed and put the little AirPod in and just let it just go in your ear. And in the right time, that stuff is going to come out. It's just going to come out.
And that's what I wanted to share with you. For those of you who don't know, that's Eric Thomas. He's the #1 motivational speaker in the world, and he became wildly, worldly famous by telling a story about a guru pushing a kid's head down under the water and wanting to teach, and basically teaching that kid that when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that is when you will be successful. Now, what's most interesting about that is that story literally is what blew him up to the #1 motivational speaker in the world. He delivered that story. He over-delivered that story when he was in Michigan State University talking to some college kids. And so the story that made Eric Thomas the #1 motivational speaker in the world, he didn't even come up with that story. He didn't create that story. It wasn't a unique idea that he came up with. It was knowledge that he had absorbed somewhere reading a book. It was knowledge that he had absorbed studying somewhere, somehow. It was knowledge that filtered through him. It was knowledge that it just came in. He was pouring it in, and one day it poured out. You see, yesterday I had breakfast. Yesterday I had some breakfast. I had breakfast with some winners. I had breakfast with Tyler, Luis Hernandez. I had breakfast with some winners. And Tyler was talking. They're doing really good. Like, they're getting up, boom, they're working out 5 o'clock in the morning. They're doing their gratitude list. They're doing their goals. They're staying away from their phones first thing in the morning. And they're seeing some massive wins in their relationships. They're seeing massive wins in their careers. They're doing really, really, really well. And so I was having breakfast with these guys yesterday. And Tyler was talking to me. And Tyler was saying that it frustrates him that other people don't get it. He's like, I don't get it, man. There's other people around me, and why don't they do what I do? It frustrates me. Why don't they get up early like I do? Why don't they understand the benefits of gratitude and goals like I do? Why don't they understand the benefits of not hitting the snooze button like I do? And so he's sitting here complaining around why people are around, not complaining. Let me take that back. He was just expressing a point that some of the people that are around him, that are in his life, family members and coworkers and things like that don't understand how powerful the morning routine is. He doesn't understand why they don't get it. But at the same time, my man Tyler doesn't share this show. My man Tyler doesn't share the show. He keeps it to himself. He watches it. He has the knowledge, but he doesn't go out there and share it with anybody. I'm like, Tyler, how can you expect the people around you to think like you? How can you expect the people around you to do some of these things that you do? How do you expect to make an impact on the people around you if you don't share the information? You don't share the information. See, yesterday I made a post. And I meant to pull that up, and you can see it. Yesterday I made a post, and there's a ton of people. I wonder if I can get to it real quick. So let's go to a screen share. Let's see if I can get here real fast. Yeah, I can probably get there. Maybe if I can see if there's a notification. So yesterday, yeah, here it is. Yesterday I made this post in the Rise and Grind group. I wonder how long you've been a part of this group. A day, a month, a year. Tell me, would you? And so we've got all these, all these comments. Eric Willeroy, October 25th. Teresa Vance, been here almost a year. Kathy Camacho says since day one. Mike Brockway's been here since March 12th. Elizabeth Cohen since March 14th. AJ Anderson. So there's all these people, right, that have been here and in the group, for whatever periods of time. All these different people. And so as I was looking at that incredible post, and if you haven't added to that list, I would love for you to do so. As I was looking for that incredible post, I was thinking, like, dude, every single person on that post was invited to this group by one of you, or in the morning when they were doing that dreadful routine that I told you about, that dreadful story that I told you, you had shared this show and it popped up in the middle of their feed. And they watched the show, and they saw it, and you literally changed their life forever because you hit the share button on my show. Literally, that every single person on that list was either invited, or they ran across one of the shows and they joined. That's how it's worked. That's how we've grown. It's 26,000 people, every single one of them. And to me, it's crazy to me that something so simple, an interjection into their current morning routine, because the current morning routine is 80%, four out of five people get up after multiple snoozes. They don't do any gratitude or goals. They don't spend any time with themselves. They jump right into their emails. They jump right into their text messages. They get pulled every single different direction. They see death. They see destruction. They see politics. They see all of that stuff, and it's not their fault. They simply don't know any better. And literally all it would take is a share from you or an invite from you or just spreading the knowledge, you teaching and educating. That's all it would take to change their lives forever. You see, wisdom, like mastery, right? True mastery comes from teaching. See, teaching helps you gain wisdom. Does that make sense? So, for example, my friend Kristen. Let me talk about Kristen real quick. My friend Kristen. Kristen grew up, her whole family in real estate. Her mom was real estate. Her grandma was in real estate. Her whole family she knows real estate. And see, Kristen knows some incredible ways to turn active income into passive income, right? She knows how to do all kinds of different things with properties, buy properties and flip properties, and she's an expert at it. She's an absolute expert at it. And so Kristen and I, we jump on the phone and talk about once a week or so on and so forth. And when Kristen and I talk, she talks about things that I have no clue about, but she expects that they're just common knowledge. Because in Kristen's world, it's just common knowledge that you buy properties. It's common knowledge that you get rentals. It's common knowledge that you see opportunities to turn your income. It's common knowledge that you don't have debt. Like, to her, all this stuff is common knowledge. And I'm here to tell you, like, it's not common. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, it's not common knowledge, Kristen. It's common knowledge to you because that's how you grew up. But it's not common knowledge to the other 80%. The morning routine is powerful for 1 out of 5 of us. It's powerful to everybody who's watching this show right now. It's powerful to everybody in the group. But guess what? 4 out of 5 people don't know. They don't have the knowledge. They don't know. They don't know. So when you're getting frustrated because they don't think like you, they don't do the same things that you do, you know that they could be better if they would simply do this. When they don't know that, that's your fault. Because you're not sharing the knowledge that you know. You're not teaching them anything. You see, and the other side of that is not only can you get rid of some of the frustrations when you teach other people the things that you know, but now you end up surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who can actually help you in life. You see, they say your network is your net worth. I know you've heard that a million times, but what you haven't heard is that your network is your net worth. Therefore, you must cultivate it. You must create it. You must mold it. You must pluck the weeds. You have to feed it. You have to put the fertilizer on it. You have to nurture it. You have to create the light and make sure that it's getting enough light so that it can grow. See, you are the queen of your garden. You see, you are the king of your greenhouse. You must continue to learn. Then you must continue to share what you know. There's so much abundance to go around. People are like, well, I don't want to share the knowledge. I don't want to share this with them, so on and so forth. This lack mentality. There's no lack in the world, people. It's filled with abundance. I want you to share your testimonies, your experiences. Share the things that you know, that you learn, that you've mastered. I want you to share this video right here. Share it out. As a matter of fact, one day, today, one time, today only. If you don't normally share, will you hit share today? Imagine, we normally have 2,000 people that watch this show every day. If 2,000 people shared this show, it would literally be viral. Okay, we get 2,000 views off 60 shares. If 2,000 people shared, boom, 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 you're looking at 100,000 views plus the viral aspect of it. The show would go viral, and we could teach people that if they change the way they start their day, it'll change their stinking life. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. We could all be a part of a movement that changes the world. Isn't that cool? You could be a part of a movement that changes the world. And I can tell you, that alone beats any old morning routine any day. Listen, mastery requires wisdom. Wisdom is gained through sharing, learning, and sharing knowledge. And only you can do it the way that you do it. You're the only one. You're the only one because, see, you were uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. That's it. And you're already starting to make some good decisions. You're in the Rise and Grind group. You're watching the Rise and Grind show. You're sharing it out so you can spread the knowledge. You can spread it out into the world and change the way people start their day. You're making good decisions, and those decisions are making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. They're making an impact on me, and I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. If you need more videos like this, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need a Rise and Grind shirt just like this bad boy or any other gear like hoodies, tanks, whatever, go to GlennLundy.com. Also, if you haven't got your tickets yet to Hustle and Grind Con, I highly suggest that you hop out there and do that. You can get there from GlennLundy.com as well. But most importantly, will you share the stinking show? Share the stinking knowledge. Share the things that you know so that we can help make the world a better place. And then when you come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m., we're going to do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day today. Have an amazing, over-the-top, phenomenal day today. And I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Wake up.
Rise and Grind, folks. That's what's up.
Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Grind, 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 grind. Hashtag Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Waking up the nation, hashtag Rise and Grind. Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise, stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning, and I'ma wake the world. It's so alarming. I hashtag Rise and Grind. Hashtag Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation. Hashtag Rise and Grind.